During, it says the health department should inspect each restaurant at least 4 times a year. That's a state standard. The LA County Health Department averages less than twice a year. The grand jury issued a 60-page report critical of the county health department inspection system. There are some 20,000 restaurants in LA County. The average restaurant gets inspected 1.7 times a year, and the inspector turnover rate is high. 1 in 4 quit last year. The reason? Their wages range between $28,000 and $35,000 a year.
The last increase has brought us up some.
Bill Ward, chief of the inspectors.
We didn't have a staff out there. We didn't have enough people out there to get into the place. But rest assured that we responded to every citizen complaint concerning the restaurant.
Says Ward, too little money, too few inspectors, and too much work. In addition to restaurants, environmental health inspectors look at carnivals, bakeries, food processing plants, laundries, produce vehicles, and racetracks, stadiums, and theaters where they serve food. The restaurant inspection program is supported by restaurant license fees. Even the biggest and fanciest pays only $602 a year.
Why don't these guys have to pay more money to help support your department?
One of the things is that the fees that are developed have to be okayed by, of course, our board of supervisors. And I would think that they also listen to their constituents.
Well, the grand jury report also recommended LA County adopt the ABC rating system now used in San Diego County, in which restaurants get a letter grade that they display prominently to the public. LA County health officials don't like that idea. They contend it confuses the public.
Except, you know, not to go into a restaurant if they don't show their A out in front.
Right.
A three-seater lost in a Detroit sweep, and if you eat out, your health may be at risk. An LA grand jury says the health department is not doing its job properly.
Also, their owners insist it's true, but can these pets really predict an earthquake before it hits?
He felt it coming because he heard it.
And the much ballyhooed Batman movie hasn't even debuted yet, but it's already inspired a music video. Those stories and more on Fox News next.
From KTTV Los Angeles, this is Fox News.
The LA County Health Department is in some trouble tonight. A Los Angeles County grand jury says the department is putting public health at risk by not properly inspecting restaurants. That charge came today after a lengthy investigation of the department and its inspection procedures. And as our Cindy Vandor reports, it may not be safe to eat out.
Do you love to eat out, but hate to think about how dirty a restaurant's kitchen might be?
I would like sometimes to go inside the kitchen to see exactly what is happening.
I used to work in a restaurant that didn't have to clean up a kitchen a few years ago, and I quit working there.
Health officials believe that one of us in LA County comes down with food poisoning every 40 minutes. Yet there are only a handful of restaurant inspectors. Have you been to 5 restaurants recently? Chances are one of them has not been inspected at all. Today's LA County grand jury report says there are not enough inspectors. Pay is too low, turnover too high. But the county is making changes.
We've attracted the new positions. We've slowed down the rate of the turnover, or reduced the rate of turnover. And I think we will see the results of all of these new inspectors in a rise in frequency of facilities visited and inspections made in the next year.
In the meantime, Dan Gomez can tell you stories. He's supposed to make 15 inspections a day, but no one can do that because it can take up to 2 hours to inspect just one restaurant. Here's what he looks for. Brace yourselves. It's roach and rodent droppings, rotting and spoiling food, malfunctioning equipment, anything that can make you sick.
Do you feel safe eating in restaurants in Los Angeles?
I believe, generally speaking, yes, they are.
To be even safer, the grand jury recommends inspecting restaurants at least 4 times a year, hiring paraprofessionals to ease the workload, raising inspectors' pay, grading inspectors, and educating and certifying food workers. The health department says all these changes are underway or will go into effect soon, but even then, diners would have to guess which restaurants are clean. So eater, beware. In L.A., I'm Cindy Vandor, Fox News.
There are more than 20,000 public eating places in L.A. County, and each health inspector is responsible for up to 800 of those restaurants. Phil?